Hello there, welcome to my channel, Mo Moon. My name is Mo. Welcome. I am doing day 3 of the 12 Days of Yule challenge started by Ivy the Occultist. Day 3 centers around reflecting on your last year as practicing occultist or your past year in witchcraft. So it's about reflecting about how you came along since the beginning of 2023 and now shortly going into 2024. So as I'm doing this video, I am recording from a new space. This past year has been very much represented by the Hangman, card number 12 of the Major Arcana. January 2023 was when my partner suggested that we needed to move. And now it is December 2023, and we have finally moved into our new space. Now, even though my partner suggested that we should move in January of 2023, I started packing my bags in February and I moved out in mid-February. So ever since mid-February, I have been transitioning from the original space to this space that I am now. And between the past space and this current space, there is a middle space. There are 2 middle spaces. So I lived with my parents for 2 months, and then I lived with my sister in her apartment for a few months as well, before finally transitioning to this space that we're in now with my partner. I was away from my partner. We broke up due to difficult situations, and now we are back together, and we've been together for 20 years. Now, if I had to reflect on the difference between me in January 2023 and the me that is going into January 2024, I would have to say the experience has been very humbling. You know, when you are in the thick of things, when you are thrown into the battle, you don't really have much choice about thinking about anything. You just have to do battle. You just have to fight. And I think that is what my year has been represented by. It's just been a battle. And I've been trying to stay afloat. And what I learned is that as much as I used to take pride in my altar when I first started on this witchcraft path or this witch's journey, I was very much about the aesthetics of my altar, and I had to realize that I had to make do with certain types of altars or certain looks of my own personal altar based on the fact that I was moving. You know, in my parents' house, I wasn't allowed to have my statues, even though I did defy that rule and take them out. But my altar has changed at least 5 or 6 times this year. And I don't mean aesthetically, specifically. I mean in the space that it was in the space that I was in my mind and on my own spiritual journey. So why I say I've been humbled is because I've realized that I am not one to judge my own altar, because I understand what I've been through, and why should I be allowed to judge anyone else's altar? You know, apparently, and I'm not familiar with this in my own physical life, but there are a lot of witch wars out there, especially on TikTok. And one of the things that I realized, that as much as I can downplay someone else's altar or belittle someone's altar, I don't know what their financial situation is. I don't know what their homing situation is. I don't know what their family situation is. You know, some people are not allowed to have altars because they come from very strict families. So they have to be practicing in the closet or have a travel altar. And I've come to the point now in my practice where I don't have a dedicated altar. The altar that I have is in my heart. And I do have a bookcase with a couple of statues on it, some crystals, some herbs, some witchy items. But my altar and my deities, I honor them in my heart. I honor them when I sit in this space. I honor them when I have free time every day. I honor them when I go for a walk. I honor them when I sit in the graveyard, and I talk to them at my altar here. And one thing that I've wanted to do this past year has been to build my astral temple in the astral realm. And my astral temple houses all my gods and goddesses, of which I have over 20. I'm not sure how many I have, but there are quite a few gods and goddesses that have called to me and that I have answered their call. And as much as I don't know everything about each one of them, I know a lot about each one of them. And I did start my deity series, but now the most part of my altar statues are packed away. But I've been trying to build their astral temple, or my astral temple, in the astral realm. And what I've realized is that it has been created. It is a thought form. It is something that exists in the energy frequency of the great. So as much as I see other people's altars now and I kind of wish I had my own, I have to realize that my practice is evolving, my practice is changing. If I have to make an altar on the table, I'll do that. But I don't have a physical altar. So that's the biggest way my practice has changed since the very beginning. Not only has it made me realize that I am not one to judge the aesthetics of an altar or the purpose or the reasoning behind an altar, but I've also discovered that I don't need a physical altar. I've discovered that I don't know as much as I think I know. I've discovered that I have actually come a long way in the past almost 4 years of being on this witch's path. I've discovered that I'm okay with being alone as a practitioner, even though I'd love to be part of a coven. I've just kind of been experiencing this hanged man energy as kind of an energy of being in discomfort, but taking lessons from the discomfort and finding out nuggets of truth that are truly valuable. So thank you for being with me here for this. I will see you in my next video. Bye.